Hey everybody, Elle here playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Let's go over everything new for August 1st. Since it's a new month, we have a new Colosseum, of course, and the new skill this month is Attack Up XL2 100%. In NA or global terms, this would be an AB5 max. Basically, 2 times the damage with no RNG, which is really awesome. New hairstyle this month is going to be the Buzz Cut. And there's a little note here saying that if you wear the buzz cut and you select the light brown hair color, you'll actually have no hair. You can go bald if you want. That's what that looks like in the right hand side there. Now as far as rankings go, top 100 gets 2 copies of the XL2 100%, but top 500 and top 1000 have no differences in terms of the skills. It's only 1 magic mirror, so I'm happy to see this. If you're usually within this range, then you don't have to push nearly as hard this month. Same thing for top 2500 and top 5000. The skills are exactly the same here. Only 1 magic mirror difference again. But the second skill instead of a XL2 is just a regular XL. But top 5000 is the minimum to get a copy of the new skill. Below 5000, then the XL2 100% gets downgraded into a regular XL2 with RNG. So that's it for this month's Colosseum. Now let's keep going here. Next notice, this is a new banner. We have a special set of illustrated medals. This is open from now through August 11th. These medals are done by the same artist who does the Kingdom Hearts manga, Amano Shiro Sensei. And these are called Toon version medals. So every pull that you do will have one of these 7 medals guaranteed, at least. And every pull also comes with 10 VIP coins, but no Sid 5, strangely. And this banner is in a falling price format, so first pull is 2,700 jewels, and then it decreases for every subsequent pull that you do, according to this table, down to 1,900 jewels from pull number 5 onward. Depending on your luck, every Toon version medal you pull will have 1 to 3 dots filled in. And it's only the Sora Toon version that is a tier 6 gilt medal. All the other ones, so the other 6, are tier 5. And we have a new mechanic with these medals. This is the first time medals will directly interact with the enemies that have counters on their heads. So instead of making the counter go down, counting a medal action, this will actually make the counter go up. So it will delay the time that an enemy performs its counterattack, which is kind of interesting. And this time, if you pull the Sora Toon version medal boosted, he'll have both attack and defense boosted by an extra 1,000, but the tier 5 ones, the other 6, if you pull those boosted, they'll only have their attack boosted by the extra 1,000. No extra defense for those 6. Womp womp. Okay, let's talk about these abilities. Let's talk about the 6. Well, let's do these 3 first. So this is King Mickey, Ventus, and Aqua Toon version. All of these will add 1 to the counter on the enemy's heads, but they will also buff power for Mickey, Ventus for speed, and Aqua for magic. They'll buff your attribute-based attack by 3 tiers for 1 turn. All of these are stronger the earlier you set them in your Keyblade. They deal 8 hits, cost 4 gauges, and have a range multiplier between 10.2 up to 11.84. And these are all single target medals. Now, personally, the multiplier range is very narrow, so I don't think we have to worry too much about what slot we put them in. But generally speaking, I feel like if you're bringing these medals and you're dealing with enemies that have counters on their heads, it's probably better earlier. You might not even make it to slot 4 and 5 if enemies have counters of 2 or 3. And then, so those 3 were the upright ones, and we have 3 reverse ones after that. We have Riku, Roxas, and Shion. These are also single target. They also add 1 to the counter on top of enemies' heads. And they also do the same thing. They buff power, speed, and magic-based attack by 3 tiers for 1 turn. But the only difference here is They're stronger the later you set them in your Keyblade. So I think these are a little bit worse. They deal 13 hits. They also cost 4 gauges. The range multiplier is a little bit different. These are a little weaker. I don't know why they had to go and do this, but they felt like the reverse ones had to be nerfed a little bit compared to the upright ones. So the range multiplier is only 9.95 up to 11.59 at max guilt. I wonder why that is. And then the Sora, which is the lowest drop rate of them all, he is the only AoE medal of the bunch, so he can deal with a whole set of counter-based enemies, and he'll buff your PSM attack, all 3 colors, by 3 tiers for 2 turns. Now, he doesn't have a slot placement sort of condition. He's stronger the more HP you have remaining. He deals 11 hits. He costs 4 gauges as well, and his range multiplier is 5.97 up to 10.06 at max guilt. So, being the tier 6 medal, his max multiplier is actually a little bit lower, but you're bringing these medals really for the utility. You know, if you just don't want to get counterattacked, you want to delay that counterattack, and you're not worried about like a 1x difference in the multiplier. These are gonna either help you survive, you know, you'll need them to survive, or you won't. And that's the Toon version medals. Personally, gosh, I kind of don't. These are hard to evaluate. I kind of don't like how I feel really pressured looking at this. First of all, they're all, you know, these are really cute, right? And it's like, oh, I want. But it's hard to say whether or not, you know, they'll create content like the content that we face in the future. If they'll require something like this, if we need to be pulling all of these, or if we only need just one, or maybe we won't need it at all. I'm sure we've already been seeing counterattack based enemies in the Colosseum, so maybe it's good to at least have one. I'm not sure if they'll bring back the old damage contest with the gold tricholomas, the golden mushrooms. These medals, I feel like, especially the Sora, will break that wide open. And if you can imagine, I guess anyone lucky enough to roll traits on this, getting double cast, delaying the counter by 2, that's pretty insane. So, you know, on the one hand, yeah, I can see the content getting more difficult to where we might want these, but then what about the people that miss this banner? Are they really gonna be that far left behind? Let me know what you think. I'm not really sure. Personally, I did one pull on this banner so far. I got a Mickey, which I'll show you guys shortly. But I'm really confused as to how far we really should go into this. And it's going to be tough to get more than one copy with just 7 different versions. It's really just more and more RNG, as is with a lot of things in this game. But anyway, let's move on. Next notice. We also have new avatar boards. We have Stitch and Angel. These are available from now through August 7th, just for a week. Very cute. These are going to cost you 2,500 jewels a piece to open. Let me tell you what's inside these boards. So we have 3 skills in these boards. First up is Attack Up XL2, so 2 times the damage. With RNG though, so this is a maximum proc rate 54%. And then we have Ability 1 and Attack Up XL 100%. So AB4 max with SP gauge 1. And then we have a Guard Up M 100%, which is TB2 max, 5 magic mirrors, 1 Mickey M brooms, 1 broom servant. And then we have Magic Stone, 3 HDLs, 2 Sid 5s, and then the avatar parts themselves. Same thing on the men's and the ladies side, Stitch and Angel. And this time, the Stitch plushie that sits on your shoulder, this will have Drop Luck plus 6. So that's it for the avatar boards. And very last notice, we have a new high score challenge. The World Ends With You 10th Anniversary HSC. This is open from now through August 6th. The reward for this high score challenge is going to be a Sora and Neku Upright Magic Medal. This is a tier 6 guild medal going up to 180%. It will have 3 trait slots. If you rank within the top 100, you'll get a boosted one, and that will have attack and defense boosted by an extra 1,000. It's the one pre-orbed copy that's boosted. And then, okay, let's talk about this ability. Sora Neku is an AoE medal that buffs your general attack by 2 tiers for 1 turn. It also debuffs your enemy's general defense by 2 tiers for 1 turn. It's stronger the earlier you set it in your Keyblade, and it will also recover 2 gauges. It deals 4 hits, causes 0 gauges. It has a range multiplier between 5.26 up to 7.23 at max guilt. The multiplier is a little bit low, actually quite a bit low considering it's a tier 6 medal, but this is a lot of utility. I mean, you have to pay gauges usually for general defense down, not to mention 2 tiers worth of it. And not only does it cost 0, it's going to give you 2 gauges back. I mean, it's not a ton, you know, but hey, 2 gauges is 2 gauges. So if you were running like a aerial, for example, that recovered 5, and you needed a few more, but you don't want to give up another slot in your Keyblade to fit in a Tyree and kind of lose out on a lot of damage, you know, then you can put this in for 2 extra gauges. What's not to love? I'm personally really looking forward to this medal on slot 2 of Diamond Dust. And that's the notice for the high score challenge. So right now, let's go take a look at the new Toon medal. Since we have the weekly gem sort of quest that has counter-based enemies, I'll just kind of give you guys a quick demo here. Oops, not the high score challenge. We'll go into here. And this is my Mickey that I pulled. I'm just going to throw him on the treasure trove. I haven't upgraded him or anything, leveled him. This is just fresh out of the pool. His attack is Sonic Rave Kai. So Sonic Rave, I think already exists. I think it's on like the Tifa medal, for example. It's just a more colorful version of an existing medal. Now I had the question before I pulled. I was wondering if these medals will actually increase the counter on top of the enemy's heads, and then like the ability would add 1, but then the attack itself would -1, and then it would just come out as a wash to no change on the enemy's counter. But you can see here, so we have a Sleep Archer with a 2 counter. If we activate this Mickey, it's actually not a wash. These things will actually increase the counter. So the ability increases the counter as advertised, but it's like the attack itself is not going to lower it by 1 as you would expect. So potentially really useful for definitely for Coliseum. And who knows, I don't know if, you know, like I said, I don't know if we're going to be in the situation where these will become necessary in Hades Cups and other difficult 5-star difficulty content. I really hope that we don't get to a place where we need 1 in every color. That's just such a drain on the jewels. We're so close to anniversary. We've got 1 month to go. I really don't want to be spending here if I can help it. But again, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be pulling for 1? You're going to be pulling for all of them, walling traits or not? Yeah, at the very least, it's a falling price deal, right? I don't know, but that's gonna be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.